Hello, class 7th. This is your next chapter in your literature book, that is The Case of the Missing Necklace. It is given on page number 91. This is the second and last chapter that you have for your UD2 course. Alright, in this chapter, we will see a crime scene uh, that is there mentioned in this chapter. Um if you love those criminal stories where there are detective and all these sort of plots, then you will love this story. All right, now let's start reading what is given here. Look at the picture of some legend of the detective world. These fictional characters have stirred the imagination, sparked a yearning for adventure, and aroused great interest among the young and old alike since decades. So there are two pictures here given. First is the picture of Sherlock Holmes, and the second is Hercule Poirot. If you love these detective word and you love these sort of stories, then you know these names. They are very famous name, and these are the fictional character. These are not the real characters, imaginary characters. And these characters have put so much effort in those characters, like those detective character, that it has become so adventurous. It has aroused great interest among young and both and among young and old both. All right, the first image that is given here is of Sherlock Holmes. You might have heard his name, or if you love these type of stories, then you might have heard about him as well. Now let's read about him. Sherlock Holmes is a fictional detective created by famous author Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Holmes appeared in 4 novels and 56 short stories by the author. Holmes was described as living at 221B Baker Street, London, still a landmark there, from where he worked as a consulting detective. He was assisted by Dr. Watson, his close friend. Mrs. Hudson maintained their residence. Sherlock Holmes is depicted as a genius with extraordinary power of observation. He solves complicated cases with the help of his ability to analyze and deduct intelligently. Some of the famous stories where he is the main character are The Speckled Band, The Hound of the Bakersville, and The Sign of Four. So these are the information that we get about Sherlock Holmes. It's mentioned here. See, again, your paper will be objective, so your paper will be framed from these parts as well. So learn them also. Sherlock Holmes is a fictional detective character that is created by famous author Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So remember this, that this is not a real character, it's a fictional character. And Holmes, he appeared in 4 novels and 56 short stories by the author. So these many novels and short stories are there about Sherlock Holmes. Then it is described that he used to live in 221B Baker Street, London. It is still a landmark there. And it is said that from there he worked as a consulting detective. There he used to take up all the cases. Then he is assisted by Dr. Watson. Dr. Watson is his close friend, and he was assisted by him. He was his assistant. Alright, and Mrs. Hudson maintained their residence. This much is clear. Then Sherlock Holmes depicted, this character, this Sherlock Holmes was a very genius person, and his power to observe things was extraordinary. That is why he could solve complicated cases, because he was good in observing things. Whenever we enter a room, we just go to the room and then we leave the room. But if it was Sherlock Holmes, he will observe each and everything kept there. Like even if a pen, suppose I'm just giving an example, if the cap of the pen is not properly stuck back, he will observe that also. Like that much good he was in observing things. And because of this observation power, this extraordinary power to observe things, he could solve complicated cases as well. Then here it's mentioned that some of the famous stories where he's the main character are The Speckled Band, The Hound of the Baker's Bills, and The Sign of Four. So this is being said about Sherlock Holmes. Now we read about Hercule Poirot. This is the picture of him. Again, it's a fictional detective character created by renowned author Agatha Christie. Poirot appears in 30 novels. So he appears in 30 novels, one play, and 50 short stories. So there are 30 novels on him, one play, and 50 short stories. He is shown as an efficient Belgian detective who uses his intelligence to solve the most baffling cases. As the mysterious affairs at Styles, he is also described as having a carefully trimmed mustache. Many movies and TV series have been based on the stories of the detectives mentioned above. What is said about him, that he was also very effective detective, Belgian detective, and again he was intelligent. That is why he could solve all these cases. All right, and it's also been described that he has a very nice trimmed mustache. You can see in this image that is given here, you can see his mustache, that it is properly trimmed. All right. And you know that many movies, TV serials are based on this detective, detective mentioned above. And even you can see on daily basis also that there are several movies or TV serials that are based on this genre, that's a detective and crime scene and all these things. All right, now let's start reading and see what is given here in this chapter. Crime statistics indicate a rise in crime in most of the world. Apart from effective policing, alertness on the part of citizens can help nab criminals who are on the run. Let us read this interesting detective story. Will the little girl succeed in finding the missing necklace? Will the real culprits be arrested? Find out. So you know the crime status, the statistic of crime rate is increasing day by day in most part of the world. It's not like it's getting declined or it's reducing. No, it is rising day by day, and it's not only in a part of world. Max to the it's most part of the world it is rising, and you know we see there are many laws that are made, policies made against these criminals, but still it's not reducing. Why? Because we the citizens, we are not that much aware. And if suppose we become aware, then this problem can be reduced. At least it cannot be solved properly, like fully, but it can be reduced. So something like this will happen in this chapter, that there's a case of missing necklace and the girls are there who okay, let's not tell the story. We'll see when we will read it. All right, I'm not going to spoil the story, what is there. We'll read it and we'll find it, because it's a very interesting story, very interesting detective story, where these girls will do something, and we have to see that the real culprit gets arrested or not. This is what we have to find out in this chapter. All right, let's start reading the chapter. Vidhi looked at the dark sky and said in a complaining tone, Nazma, it's raining again. We cannot play outside. Nazma did not seem to bother much about it. She said, it doesn't matter. Let's play in the corridor. Soon they started running around and play in the corridor. So there are two girls in the starting of the chapter. We can see the images also there. You can see Vidhi and Nazma are the names of the girls. So here Vidhi said, looking at the dark sky means it's going to rain. So she said in a very complaining way, she was not happy about it. If children, they love to play, but if it's going to rain, they cannot go out and play. So she said in a complaining tone that, Nazma, it's raining again and we cannot go out to play. Then Nazma did not seem to bother much about it. She didn't get bothered about it. She said, what happens if it's raining outside? It doesn't matter. We will play in the corridor. And then they soon started running around and playing in the corridor. Alright. And see here. It was a long corridor with doors of 5 flats opening into it, and there was a lift at the far end. This was the 5th floor of a 20-storied residential building. Vidhi and Nazma were neighbors and family friends. They often played together. In the evening, Shubham, who lived on the 6th floor, also joined them. So what is shown here, what is given here in this paragraph, that it was a very long corridor and there were 5 flats in one floor, and there was a lift at the far ending. You can see in this image that there are 5 doors and this is the gate of the lift. All right, this was the 5th floor where these two used to live, Vidhi and Nazma, and their building was a 20-storied building. Like there were 20 floors. Vidhi and Nazma, they were neighbors and they were friends as well. And they often play together in the evening. There's another character, his name is Shubham. He used to live on the 6th floor, and he sometimes come and join them, when they were playing. Now see, suddenly the door of the flat at the farthest end opposite the lift opened. A huge man with thick beard stood there glaring at them. He had red eyes and was dressed in black. He shouted angrily, "Go away, you brats! How dare you disturb us?" Then suddenly what happened? They started playing, and suddenly what happened? The door of the flat at the farthest end, the last door opened, and a huge man with thick beard, he came out and he started staring them in a very in an angry way. He got angry, and he said in a very wrong way. He shouted angrily and said that. Said to these children to go away from here. How dare you? You people, you children are so ill mannered. You are just disturbing us. You don't know how to behave. And he shouted angrily in this way. And then after that, the children went away from there. Alright, let's see the next paragraph. The children were aware that some new tenants had shifted into a flat week before. They had not seen them. The 3 friends looked frightened. "Sorry, uncle," Vidhi managed to whisper. The door closed with a bang and the 3 children went back to their house. So what happened? The children knew that a new tenant has shifted into the flat, and but they have not seen them. So this 3 friends, they got frightened after that person, that huge man, he shouted at them, and Vidhi, she managed to say, "Sorry, uncle," and after that this huge man, he just banged the door, and the 3 children, because they got frightened, they just hurriedly went back to their house. Alright, now see here. The next morning was as usual. While Vidhi was having her breakfast and was getting ready to leave for school, she was also watching the news on TV. The news reporter said in a serious tone, "There is a breaking news coming in right now. A priceless necklace which was part of the Begum's collection was stolen from the National Museum last night. The thieves decamped with the necklace and some precious jewels. The necklace, estimated to be worth $12 billions in the international market. The CCTV cameras were disconnected by the thieves. The police remain clueless and no arrests have been made so far. Take a look at the picture of the stolen necklace, and for any information regarding this theft, please contact the helpline number 200. A reward of rupees 10 lakh would be given to the person providing any information about the thieves." So next morning, what happened? It was an usual, uh, very normal morning, and Vidhi, she was having her breakfast and was about to get ready to leave for school, and simultaneously she was watching TV, and uh, there was news about there was a breaking news coming, and that was about a priceless necklace. Priceless necklace means it was so precious that you cannot determine its value. So that was a priceless necklace which was part of the Begum's collection, and that was stolen from National Museum last night. And what happened? The thieves, they left the place secretly, and they have taken this necklace with some jewels. This necklace, it was estimated to be worth $12 million in the international market. You can understand how much is that amount. There were CCTV cameras, but they were disconnected by the thieves, and because of that the police remained clueless and there were no arrest. See, it was a very big thing that happened in a national museum, that must be a center of attraction for that national museum, but it got stolen. So the picture of that stolen necklace was shown on the television, so that anyone who can get any information regarding that necklace can contact the helpline number. They have given the helpline number, that is 200, and even they said whoever will give any information regarding the theft or regarding that stolen necklace, that person will be rewarded with 10 lakhs rupees. All right, so it was a very big thing. A very priceless necklace was stolen, because of which the reward was 10 lakhs rupees. So you can understand how precious that necklace was. All right, so I'm doing it till here. What happens next, we will read in the next video. Till here, read this chapter, and in the next video we'll complete this chapter. Bye and take care.